Here is the hip mobility sequence. So with surfing, we need good hip motion. Surfing, popping up, all of this. And we can get really sticky around our hips. So this is a great one in the morning just to get everything flowing. What I like to start or end with is a calf stretch, because hip mobility and a lot of our mobility for surfing comes from the back of our body. So first thing I suggest is doing a calf stretch. Keep a yoga brick, keep a thick book by your sink in the bathroom, and as you're brushing, stretch that calf. So toes up, ball of my foot up on the brick, and I step forward as much as I can. You do not have to get equal. What you want to check for though is that you're not slipping your hips. You're staying straight ahead. And then you would repeat on the other side, hopefully holding for about 30 seconds each side, but just find what feels good in your own body. Then you're gonna flow into what I call a warrior hip shift. So you don't wanna be too spread apart, especially if you have tight hips. So I'm feeling right now my hips wanna turn that way, but they need to be facing the camera. So I'm gonna slide this foot in a little bit. Now my hip bones are facing forward. And here I'm just shifting right and left, right and left. And allow this knee, if it needs to bend a little, that's totally fine. If this knee needs to bend a little, that is fine as well. Shifting, shifting, shifting until your body's like, that feels good. And then we go to the other side. Shifting right, shifting left. Now this side feels looser, so I can come out a little bit more, and then I'm getting in there a little bit deeper. So don't feel like you have to be even on both sides. We're not. So make adjustments left to right for those differences. Next, I'm gonna go into feet forward, straight ahead. You can roll in a little, avoid being out, okay? I always like just aligned straight ahead. I'm gonna bend my knees a little, and I'm gonna start shifting my hips as if I'm wiping my butt on the wall, okay? And once you're getting in there, I'm feeling it, oh, I need a little bit more over here. So I'm gonna pause, and then I'm gonna keep flowing, okay? Where my right side, this doesn't need it as much today. I can also come in, make sure you're bending your knees and getting a little bit of a shoulder and spine warming up as well. So now this has gone out of my hips a bit and more into my spine, and I'm gonna come back into my hips again. Last one, you're gonna turn forward. I call this train track hip shift. So you're not on a balance beam. Make sure you're on a train track. Each foot is on its own side, and we're just tucking and opening. So flattening that lower back, tucking the glutes under, and sticking it out. Tuck your tail, stick out your tail. And you'll notice my knees are flowing where they need to flow, and that is fine. And then we switch, back, tuck, untuck. Ooh, this side wants it more. This side's sticky. So with all of these hip movements, all of these stretches, I just go until my body says it feels good, or I have to move on because life is happening. That's the hip mobility sequence.